Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly say before this video starts that the Golden Gnomes are now open for nominations, and I started my channel around last RuneFest during the Golden Gnomes, and I had 800 subscribers, and I wasn't part of the Gnomes or the nominations, but in a little over a year we've grown from 800 to almost 20,000 subscribers, which absolutely blows my mind. So if you think I'm worthy of the best new Runescape creator, you can nominate me with the link below. Winning a gnome would be a dream come true, and the first step is being nominated. So again, I'll post the news post link and the direct link below in the description and in the comments. Thank you all so much for the support over this past 14 months. It's been absolutely insane, and make sure to nominate your favorite creators. Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuzz here, and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be about common mistakes that I see a lot of PVMers making, especially the newer ones, and I'm going to be going into the mistakes and then showing you the correct thing to do. And this is stuff I notice a lot when people ask me for advice or just different friends who are getting into PVM, so this is aiming to be a pretty informative video. I used to do stuff like this on each of my DPS guides, give a little mistake to avoid, so I thought I'd make an entire video about different common mistakes that people make. So if you want to progress your account and get some PVM tips, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another video. We're super close to 20,000 subscribers, which is insane, so thank you so much for the support. Alright, so the first mistake that I see a lot of people do is not using the right Skillcape perks, or not knowing that they can actually use Skillcape perks even without a max cape. So first, let's look at the different ways that you can use Skillcape perks. So each Skillcape in the game has a passive perk, and you can take advantage of the perk by wearing that Skillcape. However, you can also use a lot more than one perk in a few different ways. Now the first is the Combatant's Cape, that you can actually use 2 Skillcape perks if you use this cape. It just requires level 99 in all your combat skills, but you don't actually need to be maxed to use this cape. And then for the max cape, it can hold 3 Skillcape perks passively, which is the best option. And then you can also add a 4th Skillcape perk by getting the Skillcape stand unlocked at Anachronia, which I'll leave a link to that in the description. So you always want to use your Skillcape perks when PVMing, but which ones are the best and which are of good priority? I see a lot of people actually using the lower priority Skillcape perks, and the PVMe Discord has a great guide on these that I'll link in their Discord in the description. The number 1 priority skill cape is definitely the defense cape, as it gives a sign of life which can quite literally save your life. So if you die, it'll bring you back to life once an hour. This is great as you don't actually need to waste your pocket slot with an actual sign of life, and it's just passive on the cape and it's free. So next, in number 2 priority should always be the Constitution cape. This cape doubles the base life points regeneration and is just all around a very good perk to have. So in the number 3 spot, it really depends on which style you use the most. If you're ranging a lot, then the ranged cape perk is absolutely the choice. It increases the special effect chance of ammo proccing by 20%, which is huge and super amazing for using things like Criminal Bolts. This is a must-have for ranging. And then if you melee more often, then the strength cape gives the dismember ability an extra 3.6 seconds, which in turn allows it to hit an extra 3 times, which is very, very good. However, if you don't range or melee ever, then the next 2 perks can be used. However, they really shouldn't be prioritized. And that is the Invention and the Attack Cape. Now, Invention gives you a 2% charge rate reduction, and then at number 5, the Attack Cape gives you a 2% chance for degradable items to not degrade. So these seem like they're pretty decent at first, and a lot of people actually opt to have both of these, but the money that you're going to save is going to be very, very small and really unnoticeable compared to the DPS increase and better perks that you can get from the other skill capes. So just some things to keep in mind when you're choosing your Skillcape perks, and just make sure that you're using the best perks possible. So the next mistake that I see a lot of people doing is using wrong or just bad relics for Archaeology and opting more for quality of life relics that aren't really going to benefit you that much with PVM. So something like the Luck of the Dwarves relic, I'm always asked on stream or in comments why I don't just use the Luck of the Dwarves relic, so I don't need to bring my Luck of the Dwarves and switch to it when I'm doing kills. Well, to be honest, I know other YouTubers have actually covered the Luck of the Dwarves lot, but it really is not that great. I'm not saying it's not worth buying, it is worth buying eventually. It's useful to have, but it's no means a priority. But using the Luck of the Dwarves relic is even less of a priority than just buying the ring, as it takes up way too much relic power at 200 relic power, which is huge. It's a very minuscule GP difference, if any, when bossing, and you're wasting a super valuable relic slot for a DPS relic that will benefit you so much more. So I would highly recommend to stay away from the Luck of the Dwarves relic completely. So the next relic, I know that a lot of people use it, and it's not necessarily bad. It's definitely better than Luck of the Dwarves relic. It's a persistent rage relic, which lets you keep adrenaline at all times, so you don't have to stall your adrenaline. This can be nice if you're lazy, which I am lazy, but in actuality, it's not that good as a relic because it just doesn't benefit you at all in increasing your DPS, providing you more defensives, or anything like that. It's just more of a little quality of life thing, if anything. So while it can be used in certain relic setups if you have the higher relic power, I wouldn't really recommend you prioritize this. I'll leave a link below to my ultimate PVM guide that covers the archaeology relics more in depth and the different setups if you want to see optimal DPS relics and stuff like that. I'll also leave a link to the Runescape wiki, but I just thought I'd go over the ones to kind of avoid and stay away from. So another mistake I see people doing a lot is using the wrong auras. So believe it or not, I know a lot of people that use the Vampirism and Penance auras for mid to high level PVM, and while the auras are okay for certain scenarios like AFKing a boss or doing lower level bosses or Slayer, it's just not at all optimal to use for mid or high level PVM. Again, like these other things, you're missing out on the accuracy and damage boost of the other auras, which is going to hurt you much more in the long run than gaining a little bit of health or not having to drink prayer potions as often. Now the auras that you do want to use are the Berserker auras, which are the top auras to use because they boost your style bonus by 10%, so for ranged, reckless, magic for maniacal, and strength and attack for Berserker. They also provide an invisible accuracy boost of 10%, which is the same as the accuracy auras. They are the best in slot at most bosses, with the exception of things like Inspiration with Hydrix Bolts, or places that you don't really need the accuracy boost. The only downside is you will take a little more damage because your defense is reduced by 15%, but don't let this scare you because it's by far worth it. And then you have the accuracy auras, which are good as well. They provide the same accuracy boost at max rank as the Berserker auras, but they don't have the same damage increase, although they do have a small upside that you don't take as much damage like you do from the Berserker auras. So next, and probably the biggest mistake that I see that I'm going to be talking about, is people not getting their core skills and PVM fundamentals leveled, as I like to call them. So Archaeology for Relics, Invention for Perks, Prayer for Curses, Summoning for the DPS familiars, Herbler for Overloads, and Adrenaline Potions. You'd be surprised at people asking me what they should upgrade and then sending me their gear and a picture of their gear, and their gear setup looks like this. They have Pernix, they have a Nox bow, they probably have like 200 million gear, but they're using normal prayers. This is a huge no-no, and the money from their gear should 100% be invested into leveling up the core skills if you really want to get into PVM to unlock things like Overloads, Turmoil, Soul Split, DPS relics. It's gonna benefit you so much more. I can't stress this enough. Make sure to level up the core PVM skills and get the key items before you start really upgrading your gear to like tier 85, tier 90, tier 92. It'll benefit you so much more. So finally, we have something that is also one of the biggest things as well that I can stress, and that is do not upgrade low priority gear and really research your upgrades before you do them. I'll give you a great example. Things like armor are way less impactful of an upgrade than you really think. So for instance, going from tier 90 Serenic to tier 92 Elite Serenic will cost you 1 billion GP for the upgrade, but it's only a 0.8% or so DPS increase. It's such a small increase increase for the price, and it truly should be one of your last upgrades. While on the other hand, you can get something like Biting 4 as a perk for around 70 mil, and it's a 5% average hit increase and just so much more better of an upgrade than going to Elite Serenic. Something like the Limitless Sigil is going to benefit you way more than going from like tier 90 Drygors to tier 92 Kopeshes. It's just going to be much more of a benefit to your account, and going in the correct upgrade order is going to be very beneficial to you. I'm going to leave some links to Waswere's upgrade guides where he covers every upgrade you should get and in which order for each style, so you can see exactly what to prioritize and what to leave till last, because I get asked a lot to make full gearing guides, but Waswere has them covered very well, so I usually link to his, so that's what I'll do here as well. But really looking at your gear and what to prioritize and not falling into the trap of, oh, I want to upgrade to a tier 90 or tier 92 when there's a ton of other stuff you can get that's going to benefit you much more. So yeah, I hope this video helped you guys out. It's something that I wanted to do because I get a lot of people sending me their gear setups on Discord, or sending me, you know, their stats, asking what they should upgrade next, or, you know, what they should do, and I see these little mistakes that aren't really benefiting them, but they're costing them either a lot of money or time when they could be putting their resources somewhere else. It's going to benefit them so much more. So I thought I'd make this to go through some of these. I'm sure some of these have been covered before, but these were the main ones that I wanted to show you and tell you about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider liking. It really helps get the video out there, and of course subscribe if you want to see more videos. Thank you to all my channel members that have supported me over the months and years, and yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.